Thank you for tuning into Abundant Moments. You know, I remember all too well, back in 2012, I was in a head-on collision. And actually, when the police got there, I was in a red Camaro 2SS. I hadn't had the car not even a year. And I remember the police calling me 3 weeks later to see if I was okay, because they said when they pulled up, they knew that I was dead. They said they always call it, and they pulled up, and one partner said to the other, the one that's in the red car is dead. Well, guess what? I'm still alive. But you know, as I went through that accident, I remember right away, as soon as I could get my thoughts together and things, I looked at my insurance policy and checked it to see if I had rental coverage for another vehicle, because of course my car was totaled. And I did. Although I couldn't drive, other people drove me in my rental. Well, you know, if I hadn't looked to see if I had that, then I probably wouldn't have benefited from that, because most insurance companies aren't just going to call and say, hey, you have this and you have that. You know, we're supposed to know what we have in our policies. Well, it's the same with God's word. We need to know what God's promises are for us. And there are a lot of people that as they get older, they say, well, you know, my best days are already gone. You know, I'm just waiting for this and waiting for that. It's like, you know, they're just waiting to die. But you know, God promises us in Joel 2 that our latter days will be greater than our former. In other words, when we get a hold of that promise, just like I looked at my policy and saw, hey, wait a minute, I have rental coverage. When we get a hold of our promise and we take that to God and say, God, I thank you. According to your word, my latter days are going to be greater than my former. Or later in life, just as it says in Psalms, God will cause us to bear fruit even in winter. In other words, when we get older, God will still cause us and enable us to bear fruit. But we have to know our promises, and we have to know what belongs to us. And so we take that to God and we say, God, you know, I might be getting older, but I'm so thankful. According to your word and your promises, my latter days are going to be greater than my former. Or in other words, my best days are yet to come. The best is yet to come. So I want you to get a hold of that today and begin to believe that. No matter what age you are, no matter what's going on in your life, begin to say, you know what? The best is yet to come. And hold on to that promise. Every day, remind yourself, remind God, and say, God, I just thank you that things are changing in my life for the better, because the best is yet to come. And even in the winter of my life, I'm going to bear much fruit. Thank you for tuning in.